Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Okay, great. So, how are you guys? Today there is no uh festival or something like that. I don't think that there should be any issues in attending the class today, guys. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, great. Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class? We studied about sets, we studied about tuples, we started. Okay, now I think so. There should be no issues. There was some buffering. Okay, so please make sure that you guys are able to see the video right now. There will be no more buffering. Okay, the OBS got disconnected, and that is the reason why it was lagging. Okay, so no issues. What I was asking was, can you guys let me know what is the mutability and order of sets? Can you guys let me know what is the mutability and order of sets, guys? We have learned about sets, right? So please do tell us about the number of days of the boot camp. So 29th will be the last date of this boot camp. Okay. So we have 3 more days that are there. There shouldn't be any more days after that. Okay. Mutable and unordered. That's great. Okay, so the mutability and order of sets, okay, is that sets are mutable and unordered in nature. Okay, so please try to remember all these points. These are extremely important. Okay, let's get started with today's class. Let me just open up the sheet. Let me reconnect it to the servers, and we'll be starting off from the point that we left, that are dictionaries and identity operators. Can you guys let me know the example that we discussed yesterday on the Oxford dictionaries? What is the key value pair when you look at the Oxford dictionary, guys? You guys let me know what is the key value pair of when you look at the Oxford dictionary, guys? Can you guys let me know what is the key value pair when you look at the Oxford dictionary? The yesterday's example that we saw. Shivani, no, that's wrong. Okay. Yesterday we saw the example that I took for finding out the key value pairs. Okay. Yes, that's absolutely clever, guys. It was the key was the alphabets itself, that is the markings on the side. So A, B, C, D, E to Z, and the value that it contains is all the words and meanings, all the words that start with that particular alphabet itself. So that was what we had studied yesterday. Okay. Is my voice audible to everybody, or is that a problem that some of these guys are facing? Am I audible to everybody? Are every one of you is able to listen to me like properly? Am I right? Every one of you is able to listen to me properly? Great. So that is what I'm saying in the yesterday's example that we dealt with. When you come to the Oxford Dictionary, the keys are the alphabets itself, and the values are all the words that start with that particular alphabet. Now, in the same way, in Python as well, you have something called as dictionaries. Okay, the same way in Python as well, you have something called as dictionary, which is again a data structure in Python. Let me just open up the live chat on my mobile phone, guys. Give me a second. Okay, let me like the video and open up the live chat. Great. So now we can start with the class. Okay, so as you're able to see right over here, a dictionary is again a data structure that stores mappings of unique keys to values. Here, the word that you need to realize is that the keys are always unique. In a dictionary, you cannot have two A's. Okay, you cannot have a particular key of there's one A, then B, then C, and then again an A. It cannot be possible. So keys are always unique in nature. Okay, keys are always unique in nature. Okay, and values, you can have repeated values as well. There's no issues in that. Okay, here dictionary stores the elements and their atomic number. So here I've created a dictionary, okay, in Python that stores the name of the atom and its atomic number. Okay, name of the atom and its atomic number right over here. Now, all as you're able to see right over here, you are having the name of this particular dictionary is elements. Okay, the name of this particular dictionary is elements. Okay, and then you are having your curly braces, and then you are having your curly braces right over here inside. Now when you look at this curly braces, the first thing that comes into your mind is sits. The first thing that comes into my mind is sits itself. But one thing that you need to realize is in the case of dictionaries, you have this key value pairs, okay, as your elements. Okay, and your key value pairs are there as your elements itself inside this curly braces. Whereas in sets, the objects inside the curly braces were unique. Okay, objects inside the curly braces were unique. So sets are a bit different from dictionaries. Okay, in dictionary, each of these elements is a key value pair separated by a colon. Okay, each of these are a key value pair separated by a colon itself. Where the first particular key right over here, the first particular half is the key, and the second half is the value associated with it. Here we are having the key as hydrogen, helium and carbon, and their respective values as 1, 2 and 6. This is how you create, this is the syntax to create a dictionary in Python. If I run this, it will create a dictionary called as elements for me. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Good. Now, dictionaries can have keys of any immutable type. Okay. So the keys can be of an immutable type. Okay, that is, it shouldn't be, we shouldn't be able to modify it. You can have strings, you can have integers, you can have tuples. Okay, it is not even necessary for every key to have the same type. Okay, so for example, the first key can have it as a string, the second key you can have it as a tuple. Okay, the third key can be again a string or an integer or something like that. So the point being that the data type of each of these keys can be different. It is not compulsory to have all the keys of the same data type itself, but it is compulsory that the whatever key that you're putting up, it should be of an immutable type. Okay, it should be of an immutable type. So please jot down these 2 points, that the key should be of immutable type, and the keys can be of different data types. Okay, please jot down these 2 points. These 2 points are usually asked during an interview itself. Okay, and you need to know this. Okay, now how to access the values? Okay, how to access the values associated with each of these keys itself? Okay, that is what we need to understand. Okay, so right over here, as we are able to see, print elements helium. Okay, so helium has the value 2 associated with it. So instead of using, so up till now we had been using indexes. Okay, if you guys remember, up till now we have been using indexes itself to get the access to the value that is present at that particular location. Okay, but right now, because this value is associated with the key that is unique, that is helium. Okay, helium is a key that is unique right over here. Okay, so we can directly access the value using the key itself. Okay, so instead of writing elements and then the index, we'll be writing elements and then helium, because helium is a unique because it's a key and it's unique in nature. It will give us the access to the value that it contains. Here that value is whatever value is associated with helium. So if we are printing this out, you are able to see that we are getting 2 printed out on our screen. Okay, we are getting 2 printed out on our screen. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Great. Now I can add a new key value pair inside of the dictionary in a very similar manner. Okay, so what I can do right over here is I'll just remove this. Okay, so as you're able to see right over here, to add, so lithium is not present in this particular dictionary. As you're able to see, lithium is not present in this particular dictionary. If I want to add a new key value pair, I just have to write elements and then a new key that I want to specify lithium and the value that it contains, that is 3. Okay, and the value that it contains, that is 3 right over here. Now if I do that and I print elements. Okay, if I do that and I print elements right over here, if I run this, you will be able to see that we are getting a new element added, a new key value pair added right over here, that is lithium and 3. That is lithium and 3. That is how you are able to add a new key value pair. Now see, sometimes when you are not able to understand, I always see this thing about Python. The Python is such an easy language. If you are not able to understand it, just read the code. It's as easy as that to understand Python. Just read the code. It's literally normal English itself. Like, it has been so dumbed down for you guys. You just have to read the thing. Okay. So try to read it and you will be able to understand it easily. Otherwise, listen to me carefully. So like I said, you want to add a new key value pair, that is lithium and value 3 associated with it. You don't have to do anything. You just have to write elements, then parenthesis lithium is equals to the value that you need it to contain, that is 3. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Good. So let's continue from right over there. So we can also use the membership operators on like your dictionaries itself to find if a particular key is present in a dictionary or not. Okay, if I want to find if a particular key is in a particular key is present in the dictionary or not, you can use the membership operator that we have seen previously as well. For example, right over here, if I want to see if carbon is present in elements, okay, let us try to understand this. Okay, if I run this particular line of code, you are able to see that is carbon present in elements. Let us see hydrogen. So we had, so this is our new elements dictionary. Okay, this is our new elements dictionary that also has lithium inside of it. So as we're able to see right over here, we are having carbon inside of our dictionary. Okay, we are having carbon inside of our dictionary itself. Vipin Thakur, I think so you haven't attended the bootcamp from the starting. Your question has already been answered when we were learning about strings itself. So the answer to your question is yes, you can use doubly and singly like quotation marks for defining a string. Okay. So as you're able to see, carbon is present in this particular dictionary. So yes, we'll be getting true as the answers. Okay, yes, carbon is present in elements. We try to search for something like gold. Okay, golden elements. If I try to search something like that, it will give me false because gold is not present in my dictionary. Gold is not present in my dictionary right over here. Okay. The next thing that we are going to see is let me just frame it. Let me. Okay. So elements dot get delirium. Okay, elements dot get delirium. Now what happens right now is that let me just put this up. Print elements, and then we'll have carbon. Okay, so if I'm doing something like this, okay, if I'm doing something like this, print elements carbon. Okay, let me just create some more field of view for you guys so that you are able to see it easily. Okay, so right over here, as you are able to see, print elements carbon. So if I am running this particular line of code, you will be able to get 6 printed out on your screen. That is the value that carbon contains. Okay, that is the value that carbon contains. But what if I'm trying to do elements gold? Okay, gold does not exist in our dictionary. Gold does not exist in our dictionary. So what happens if I use the square brackets to get the value stored in gold? Whereas gold does not exist in our dictionary itself. If I try to do something like that, my code does not run properly. I get a key error. Key error gold. That means gold does not exist. Now, it's not good. It's never good at any particular point of time. Okay. To have your code run into an error. Although this works, okay, although you're getting elements gold, you're getting an error, but you know that okay, it does not exist. But never ever running this particular line, you will never write this particular line of code inside of a production code. Instead of a production code, you will never write something like that because your entire code will run into an error. It will not proceed further. It will not proceed further right over there. It will stop right over there itself. So the alternative for using the square brackets is the dot get method. The alternative for using the, because we never want an error. Okay, if that element does not exist, we don't want our code to run into an error. So for the reason of that, we use the dot get method. So if we use dot get method and gold right over here, okay, elements dot get, and then inside of your rounded brackets, you are having gold. Okay, so if we are running this particular line of code, you will be able to see that we are getting none. Although gold does not exist in our dictionary, gold, as you are able to see right over here, does not exist in our dictionary, but instead of getting an error, we are getting none. So our code is still running. Our code is still running. We are not like the code isn't running into an error or something like that. Okay, we're still getting a response back from our code that is none right over here. Okay, that is the reason why instead of using square brackets, we always tell you guys to use the dot get method. Okay, similarly, if I use carbon right over here, see carbon, so we know that carbon is present in the dictionary. So if we put it up right over here and run this particular line of code, you will be able to see that we are getting 6. That is the value associated with carbon inside the dictionary. The value associated with carbon inside the dictionary itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Good. So let's move on to the next particular part. Okay. Is and is not. Okay, we have seen in and not in. Now this is like is and is not. Is evaluates if both the sides have the same identity. Is not evaluates if both sides have different identities. Okay, so let's see it right over here. So right now we want to check, okay, if we want to check that element exists, so using the dot get method, if that element does not exist in the dictionary, we get none as the answer. Okay, we get none as the answer. So if you want to check if the So is none, or if the answer is not none, okay, so elements dot get delirium. We know that delirium does not exist in we have lithium, we don't have delirium. Okay, it does not exist in our dictionary. So running that particular line will give us the answer as none. Running this particular line will give us the answer as none. To make things more clear, let us just use gold. Okay, gold does not exist in our list itself, in our dictionary. So elements dot get gold will give us none. That will be saved inside n. If you want to check if n is none, you use n is none. If you want to check if n is not none, you use n is not none. So if we are running this little line of code, you will be able to see that true and false are being printed on our screen. Okay, true and false are being printed on your screen right over here. Okay, the next particular thing that we need to look at is get with a default value. Sometimes you don't want the answer to be none. Okay, sometimes you don't want the answer to be none. You want to return something else on your screen. In that particular case, let me just create this population dictionary. So I've created this population dictionary, as we are able to see. Okay, New York 17.8, Spain 13.3, Dhaka 13.0, Mumbai 12.5. So you are having this dictionary that you have created right over here. Now, if I try to get London, as you're able to see, London does not exist in our new dictionary. London does not exist in our new dictionary, as you're able to see right over here. If we go down below and we try to write population.get London, we know that we are going to get none printed out on our screen. We get none printed out on our screen right over here. Now, if we use the square brackets, you will be able to see that we are getting an error. Okay, the key error, we are able to get it right over here. Okay, so now if I want, instead of printing none on the screen, instead of printing none on the screen, there is a default value that can be printed as well. There's a default value. There's no such place. So instead of printing none on your screen, it will be printing there's no such place. Okay, as you're able to see, the default value will go from none to there is no such place. And if I'm trying to use something else, let us see. If I'm trying to use Spain, so Spain exists in this dictionary. Spain exists in this dictionary. So if I'm trying to get Spain right over here, it will give me the value associated with Spain. It will give me the value that is associated with Spain. And if that element is not there, if that London, as you're able to see, is not present in our dictionary, it will give me the default value, that is, there's no such place. If getting none printed on your screen, you will be able to print something else as well. Okay. And the next particular thing that you need to understand is compound data structures. What do you mean by compound data data structures, guys? Now, how you are able to mix different data structures together. Okay, you're able to mix different data structures together itself. So right over here, what we have done is we have created, okay, we have created an elements dictionary, and the key is the element itself, that is hydrogen and helium out over here. But the value is another dictionary. The value is another dictionary itself. Okay, value is another dictionary right over here. So you're having the key value pairs of the element dictionary as key as a string, that is the name of the element, and the value as another dictionary that is there. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. There's nothing to understand. This is like what I'm showing you guys. Okay, you just have to see it, you just have to understand it. There's nothing that I can do to make you guys understand it. Here the key is your element, and your value is another dictionary. As simple as that. Okay, as simple as that. So if we want to get, okay, if we want, let me just create this. If I want to get all the information related to the helium element, okay, I want to get this dictionary right over here. I want to get dictionary right over here. What is this? This is the value that is associated with helium. As simple as that. This new dictionary, this dictionary that is there inside, is a value that is associated with the helium element. So to get access to that, I just have to write print elements and then in parentheses helium. In parentheses, I just have to write helium right over here. If I'm running this particular line of code, that gives me the access. Okay, what happened? Okay, sorry, I have not run this particular line of code. That is the reason why it is not getting executed. Now that I've run this code, I will run this code as well. So as you're able to see right over here, I'm getting the access. Okay, I'm getting the access to the value that is there inside of helium. Okay, to the value that is there inside the helium itself. Okay, now the next thing that I have to do, is, if I want to get access to the weight of helium. Okay, if I want to get access to the weight of helium itself, what is the name of this dictionary? What is the name of this dictionary right over here? The name of this dictionary is elements helium. Okay, the name of this dictionary is elements helium. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? The name of this particular dictionary is elements helium. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. As simple as that. The name of this particular new dictionary is elements helium. Are you guys able to understand it or not? Please do let me know. Great. So if I want to get access to weight from it, okay, so the key that is there is weight, WEIGHT, weight right over here, and that will get me the access to the value that it contains inside of weight. Okay, that is the value that it contains inside of weight. So I'm running this particular line of code, I will be able to get the answer that is just the weight of helium. As the weight of helium. So this is called as nested dictionaries. Okay, this is called as nested dictionaries, and this is how you are able to get access to the elements that are there inside the nested dictionary as well. Are able to get the access to the elements and the values that are there inside the nested dictionaries as well. Okay, so that we have already done right over here. Okay, I can insert a new like element. Okay, so the key value pair right over here is that you are having the key as your like name of the element, that is oxygen, and you're having the value as a dictionary. You are having a value as a dictionary itself. So here I've created a dictionary for oxygen. Number is 8, weight is 15.999. You're having the symbol as O. So I've created a dictionary and I've called it as oxygen. To insert a new key value pair inside of elements, I just have to write elements oxygen is equals to oxygen. Okay, that is the key is oxygen, and the value that it contains is your the parenthesis, as you're able to see right over here. So dictionary that I are able to see right over here. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to get elements is equals to hydrogen, then the value that it contains helium, then the value that it contains, and then you are having your oxygen and the value that it contains. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Good. So we'll be ending this particular subject right over here. We'll be leaving this. We're going to day 2, that is control flow. Okay. And we will be starting from here only. Let us check. We are having control flow that we need to do, as well as we are having functions that we need to complete, and we are having how many days are left. So today is 27, 28, and 29. 2 days we have to finish all this thing. So there will be some parts, either we will not be able to finish it, or we will be removing some of the aspects of it, because we need to do the project as well. So taking up a simple project right over here so that it's easier for you guys. Aiz Khan, more than sufficient time had been given for yesterday's attendance. I had just closed the attendance before this class. Okay, so even if I've given you guys like 22 hours, that is more than sufficient to watch the thing and get it over with. If you're not done it up till this particular point of time, there's no point in asking me for the attendance as well. Okay, let me see what are the different things that we have used right over here. So for loop, So for loop is something that I want you guys to understand, and the rest we can manage it on our own. Let us go back. Full flow. So the project we'll be doing it on 29th itself. So I'll be telling you guys about the project, when to submit, how to submit on 29th. No need to ask me right now. I won't even be telling you guys. So you can just take a chill pill. Okay. So let's get started. We need to complete conditional statements, Boolean expressions, for loop and while loop. At least these three we need to complete it by tomorrow. Conditional statements. Okay. Complex Boolean expressions. Okay. Uh, Complete for loops. Okay. For loops, and then while loops we can ignore. At least half of this notebook we need to get it done with. Okay, so let me open up code sandbox one again. Not code sandbox, collab. No, Ashish Nawaz, I will not be teaching the OOPS concept. We don't have enough time. It requires at least 15 to 20 days to complete the entire Python in its own. As you're able to see, in 7 days, you are just able to complete the data types and operators, and we are able to start off and some data structures. So yeah, it takes almost 15 to 20 days to complete the entire Python itself. Let me open up a new notebook, open notebook, GitHub. We're using the day 2 link, copy, paste it right over here. Do a simple search. And we are able to get the control flow listed as of right now. Okay, so conditional if statements. Let us get started with this, guys. Okay, so conditional if statements. Sometimes we need to run a line of code if and only if a particular condition is true. Sometimes, for example, every single code, every single line of code shouldn't be run. Okay, every single line of code shouldn't be run always. Sometimes you need to meet a particular condition, and only after that, we will be able to get. Okay, only after that we should be able to run a particular line of code, guys. Okay, so right now, for example, suppose you have subscribed to a share bike rental service. Okay, you have subscribed to a particular startup. Okay, that basically provides you with bike sharing services which you can utilize at any point of time. Okay, so let's look at its pay, like how to like use the billing system. Okay, the billing system for this particular startup, let's look at that. So the app contains a credit balance which then the user can use to rent the bikes. So every time you will have to top off the balance in your app itself. For example, 100 rupees, you have to top it off inside the app. Then you can use that 100 rupees credit on the bikes itself. You'll scan the bike, you'll use the bike, depending upon how much time you have used the bike itself. The money will be deducted from your account, your app directly. Okay, so for example, you use it for 2 hours, so per hour basis was, let's assume, 20 rupees. So for 2 hours, 40 rupees will be deducted from your app itself, and now your new balance will be 60 rupees. Okay, now your new balance will be 60 rupees itself. The customer then can set up a link to their bank account. Okay, so your app can also be linked to like the bank account itself directly, so that if the credit inside the app, okay, the amount inside the app goes below a particular threshold amount, okay, goes below a particular threshold amount. Let's assume that 100. Okay, the threshold amount is 100 right now. Okay, let's assume that. So for example, your app go like you use the bike service, and now the amount inside of your application is 60 rupees. Okay, now your amount inside the application is 60 rupees right over here. In that particular case, 500 rupees will directly be taken out of your bank account and be added as credit inside the app itself. Okay, your like some credit, like your money will be taken directly from the bank account which you have linked to the app and will be added to your like app itself, your credit in the app itself. Okay, so that is the entire thing that you have made right now. That is the entire thing, that how the app works. Now if you want to do the exact same thing, okay, when it comes to programming itself, okay, you want to do the exact same thing when it comes to programming, so you are making a particular application, like if the bike app balance is less than 100 rupees, okay, whenever the bike app balance is less than 100 rupees itself, okay, bike app balance, add it up with 500 rupees, okay, add 500 rupees to the bike app balance, simultaneously subtract 500 rupees from your bank balance, okay, subtract 500 rupees from the bank balance itself, okay, because if you're adding the money, if you're crediting the money inside of your application, then it needs to come from somewhere, so it will come from your bank account. That money will come from your bank account itself. So whenever the bike app balance, that is the balance in your app itself, is less than 100, you want to add, okay, you want to top off 500 rupees inside of your application, and you want to subtract 500 rupees from the bank account. This is how the thing will work. Am I right, guys? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Great. So let's do that. Okay, right now your bike app balance, okay, the app balance in your application is 99 rupees. Okay, your bank balance is 1000 rupees. Okay, your bank balance is 1000 rupees. We'll print out the bank app balance and the bank balance before starting before running the application. Okay, what was the bike app balance, that is 99 rupees, and what was the bank balance, that is 1000 rupees, before starting of the application itself. Okay, now we'll check if the bike app balance is less than 100 rupees. If the bike app balance is less than 100 rupees, then bike app balance should be increased by 500 rupees and your bank balance should be decreased by 500 rupees. Okay, so and then we'll print it out again. So if I'm running this line of code, run anyway, it is correcting me to the servers. Give it a second, guys. It's correcting us to the servers, guys. Give me a second. So as you are able to see right over here, we are able to get that before starting of the application itself. We are having 99 and 1000. 99 is the bike app balance and 1000 is your bank balance. And then we are having 599 as your bike app balance. We topped it off with 500 rupees. And we are having your bank balance as 500 rupees. Okay, because it was deducted by 500 rupees itself. So that is how you are easily able to use the if statements. Okay, we are able to use the if statements right over here. So if bike app balance is less than 100, then only these two lines will get executed. For example, if the bike app balance was 101 rupees, okay, if the bike app balance was 101 rupees right over here, nothing would change. Okay, nothing would change. As you're able to see, we are getting 1101 rupees as the bike app balance, and then you are having your 1000 rupees, and similar to that, you are again even after running the program, you are having 101 rupees in your bike app balance and 1000 rupees in your bank account. Okay, nothing gets changed right over here. The reason due to that is that we are checking, okay, these two lines of code. As you're able to see, there is some space between before them. Okay, as you're able to see, there's some space before them. Okay, so this block of code belongs to the if statement. Okay, the block of code belongs to this if statement itself. Okay, so in that particular case, your bike app balance less than 100, okay, your bike app balance less than 100 right over here, if that condition is met, only then these two lines of code will get executed. Okay, if the condition is not satisfied, these two lines of code won't get executed at all. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Good. Okay. Let's move to the next particular thing. Conditional if else statements. Okay, conditional if else statements. Okay, so right over here, when you want to check multiple conditions, for example, you want to check if a number is even or odd. Okay, you want to check if a number is even or odd, there is something called as the if else statements that you can use. Okay, so right over here, you are having n is equals to 4. You're having the value of n as 4. If n percentage 2 is equals to 0, if n percentage 2, so I hope that you guys know that this basically gives you the remainder of the division. So modulus function, this is called as the modulus function itself. Okay, it gives you the remainder after the division. So n divided by 2, what will be the remainder as? So if the remainder is 0, right over here, so if n percentage 2 is equals to 0, in that case, that means that n is an even number. That case, because there is no residue, okay, there's no reminder after division by 2, that means that it is an even number. So print number, whatever the number is even. Okay, else if this is not true, if this is false, okay, if this if statement is false right over here, then in that case else print number is odd. Because if this condition is false, if the remainder after division by 2 is not equal to 0, in that case this is a false condition, it is not being met, then that number is odd. So in that else statement, we are printing that the number is odd right over here. So if I'm running this particular line of code for 4, you're getting that number 4 is even. Okay, and if I'm printing it for 5, then we are able to get that the number 5 is odd. Okay, that number 5 is odd right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So you don't need to specify any other condition right over here. In this else statement, you don't have to specify any other condition, because there's just two options. Either can be it can be even, or if it is not even, it is odd. Okay, so you don't have to specify the condition again. Okay, if it is not even, it is odd directly. So this is how the if else statements work. Okay, if else statement. So why double equal to sign? We have already dealt with that when we looked at comparison operators. Like I said, if you haven't focused upon the classes that have been taken up till now, any new thing, for example, strn, how does that come in? Okay, all these things we have already discussed. Okay, so I'm just building upon the previous concepts. I'm not introducing anything new. I'm just building upon the concepts that I've built up till now. If you have missed a single class, you won't be able to understand shit. I don't want that. That's the reason why I always tell you guys to like attend the classes regularly. Okay, you're able to see n is equals to 5 right over here. So we're getting number 5 is odd. Okay, number 5 is odd. Okay. Now what if we are having multiple options? Okay, what if we are having multiple options right over here? So you are having season is equals to fall. What is the current season? It is fall itself. You want to understand in which particular season what to do with your garden. In which particular season what to do with your, why there is an str function. Arun Kumar, we have already discussed that when we were discussing about the type conversions. Like I said, I'm not introducing anything new. If I've missed on classes, you won't be able to understand things. So I will suggest that you should be, whatever class you have missed, go and visit that class once again. Okay, please do not waste the class time. If there is something new, I would have already told you right over there. But not told you about something, that means I've already covered it in the previous class. Okay, and that tells me that you haven't seen the previous class itself. Okay, so if season is equals to spring, if the current season is spring, in that case print plant the garden. Okay, in that case print plant the garden. But now I want to check multiple things. So the next thing will be else if. Okay, else if, you write it as ELIF. Okay, you don't write the entire else. Okay, else if. Okay, if the first particular condition is not met, look at the second condition. If that condition is not met, look at the third condition. If that condition is not met, look at the fourth condition. So right over here, we want to have multiple conditions that we want to check. Multiple conditions that we want to check. So if the season is not spring, in that case, else if, E-L-I-F, E-L-I-F, elif. Okay, that is full form is else if season is equals to summer, then print water the garden. Else if it is not spring, it is not summer, in that case, if it is fall, okay, if it is fall, harvest the garden. Else if seasons equals to winter, okay, seasons equals to winter, then print stay indoors, okay, print stay indoors right over here. And then you are having else, okay, if none of these seasons are there, if it is not spring, if it is not summer, if it is not fall, if it is not winter, if it is something else that we are not able to understand, in that case we are having a last else statement, that if it is anything else, if it's anything else except these seasons, then print unrecognized season. Okay, print unrecognized season. Okay, Karpant Dikshit, DevTown, why can't we write else if separately? The Pan Dikshit, every time that I'm calling you, I can call you with your forefathers' names as well. So Karpan, Deen Dayal, Phalana, 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 5, 6, 7, 15 different ancestors, and then your surname. Okay, why to waste time? Okay, Python is always built on the principle that coders shouldn't waste time. Even if you're writing 3 more words, that is more number of time, that more number of seconds that you're wasting. That's the reason why we have it as elif. Okay, E-L-I-F. Okay, so as you're able to see, we are getting harvest the garden printed out as our answer. Harvest the garden printed out as our answer right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Good. Okay, so now that has been done. Okay, show the attendance for today. I will keep it as day 8. Am I right, guys? You have 10 minutes to fill this Google form up. I'm going to show it to you guys right now. You have 10 minutes to fill it up, guys. After that, I will be closing this particular Google form up. Okay, you have 10 minutes to fill this Google form. Okay, you have 10 minutes to fill this Google form, guys. I'll not be giving any more time. You have 10 minutes to fill it up, guys. Okay. You have 10 minutes to fill it up, guys. 10 minutes, not less, not more. I said you have 10 minutes to fill it up, guys. I will be closing the attendance link at 59. Okay, at 6:59, this attendance link will be closed. As you're able to see, it is there on your screen right now. You have 10 minutes to fill it up. Okay. So I will be removing myself right now from the screen. You have 10 minutes to fill it up, guys. After 10 minutes, I will be closing the attendance form down. Okay, at exactly 59, I'll be closing the attendance form down. So set an alarm for 6:59. I've already set the alarm as well. Okay, so yeah, that would be it, guys. Please start filling the form up. We'll be meeting tomorrow again at the same time, that is 6 o'clock, and we'll be finishing this off, and we'll be starting with the project day after tomorrow. So thank you so much, guys, and we will meet at W point of time itself. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.